Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, guys, this show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. Okay, if you guys have found the show on YouTube, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm up to 577 subscribers. That is awesome. Getting closer to 600. Let's get it. All right. So it's official. Every sport except baseball is coming back. I don't know if baseball is ever coming back. At this point, I kind of doubt it. Anyway, the MLS and FC Cincinnati is back. They are starting a tournament July 28th in Disney World. It's an all 26 team tournament. Okay, here's the key dates. June 24th, the teams will be arriving in Florida. I'm sure they'll quarantine themselves and all that, make sure everybody's nice and healthy. And then July 8th, the group stage begins. July 25th through the 28th, the round of 16 starts. Then we move on to July 30th through August 1st, the quarterfinals. Semifinals are August 5th through 6th, and then the tournament final begins August 11th. Anyway, this is great news for soccer fans here in Cincinnati. You know, we have FC Cincinnati, and I know I do not cover it very much here because, I just don't know a whole lot about soccer. But trust me, if they're on TV right now and they start before the NBA or anybody, I'll be watching, especially if they got Cincinnati on their jersey. So I will definitely be watching and trying to become more of a soccer fan. But I'm just glad that they're starting to get it back together and they're starting to come back. They're going to play down at ESPN's Wide World Sports Complex. They got a whole bunch of soccer fields and stuff down there, so it's going to be nice and quarantined in their bubble. And like everybody's got a bubble, and the bubble is in Orlando. that's where the NBA is going to play. That's where MLS is going to play. So, which I think is kind of funny because they're saying that's going to be the safest place, but that's unfortunately, that's where all the old people are at, and those are the ones that are getting sick and passing away from this. But just saying. Anyway, I'm just happy it's back. I hope nobody gets sick. I hope we have NBA and we have sports and soccer. Now, Major League Baseball. At this point, I'll be, I won't say shocked, but I'll be pleasantly surprised if we get a season. I know some people out there are saying, well, Rob Manfred could just enforce a 48 or 50 game season. And if he does that, that's going to be even worse, I think. We'll get through this season and everything, but going in to the 2021 season, they have a new collective bargaining agreement coming up, and they have to negotiate again, which I'm telling you, that has a lot to do with what's going on right now. They're trying to set the groundwork for the next contract, which, honestly, if they get their heads out of the sand, shouldn't matter. This country needs sports. We need baseball back. They are blowing it. But anyway, I hope they come back. I'm tired of talking about it. If they come back, I'll let you know. Now, for my team that is planning on playing so far, the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals training camp could open in mid-July. Now, this is earlier because normally NFL teams' training camps don't begin until the end of July. Now, according to Albert Breer, Monday Morning Quarterback, the NFL could start training camps as soon as mid-July, giving the players a chance to get back into football shape and more acclimated, easy for me to say, acclimated to their environment. Something that can no longer be taken for granted after the outbreak of the COVID-19 coronavirus. The new CBA dictates that teams can report 47 days before their first regular season game. The change from the old one, and their old CBA, was 14 days. Meaning, the report date for most teams would be July 28th. Meanwhile, the Joint Committee on Health and Safety for the NFL is recommending a acclimation period before camp. Given the lack of, now this makes sense. This is because the lack of football activities they've done, which makes sense. I mean, now this to me, if they have, which Zach Taylor said this back in April in one of his Zoom press conferences, that they could have training camp earlier, which what I kind of think what they're leaning toward. That's the reason they just squashed all the mini camps and everything and said, just everybody just stay home, stay in your places, work out together or something, figure out. I know Joe Burrow is trying to organize some stuff to throw with his wide receivers and stuff. You guys get all that done. We'll come back together in training camp. Now, I think this is good for the Bengals. If they have a longer training camp and they're around each other longer than they would be, there's so many new guys and there's so many young guys on this team that I think it's really going to help bring this team. It's either going to bring the team together or it's going to break them apart. Hopefully it'll bring them all together. And it gives Joe Burrow more time to get to know his offensive players, his defensive players. Like I said, when he first got to LSU, he dropped his bag and took off and started running with his teammates, didn't know any of their names, didn't know where any of the facilities were or any of that stuff. Normally, if you're a first-round pick, you've already been to Cincinnati, you've already seen the stadium, you've seen the offices, you've met Mike Brown in person, you met Zach Taylor in person. None of that has happened for Joe Burrow. So this is eerily familiar to him of how he came to LSU. Now, it's completely different circumstances, obviously, with the coronavirus compared to transferring late. But Joe's done this before, He's hit the ground running. Now, according to Cowhead, he didn't have as good a year his junior year as he did his senior year. Well, he had a historically great senior year, but he still had a pretty good junior year. Either way, my point is, Joe has done this before, so this could be a good thing for the Bengals. Especially just in football in general, they got to get them there, I think, earlier to just get them in shape and get them to play. Because, the NBA is taking almost a month and a half to try to get their players in shape to play, the rest of their season. We're talking about football, the most contact sport there is. They need extra time to get ready. All right, now let's see, where was I at here? Let's see, lack of football activities. Okay, the good news is the CBA built in a 5-day acclimation period already, so they can come in 5 days earlier. The bad news is the players may need more time than that, which is what I just said, with these unique circumstances. So, the league has floated out an idea of starting earlier, reporting dates closer to the middle of July to give players a better chance for getting their feet underneath them. So I really think, now I don't know if this has got to be negotiated or not, which if another sport's got to negotiate something, I'm going to pull my freaking hair out. Because, look, I think the players, if they want to show up early, they should. If it's under contract that they can't do it, they can only come in so many days before the start of the season, then I think it should be up to the players if they want to come in early. And to be honest, I would think most NFL players would want to come in early because you've had no minicamp, you had no practice, you had nothing for the last 3 months. So you want to come in and you don't want to get injured. You don't want to get hurt. So I really would think that most NFL players would come in early to training camp. So I don't think we're going to be able to watch it. But the good thing is if they do it, which they're going to do at Paul Brown Stadium, if you can get up on top of that bridge, it's a walkway there, you might be able to watch practice and nobody can do anything about it. Just an idea. I don't know. Now, okay, earlier this week, Dalvin Cook of the Minnesota Vikings running back, who was drafted the same year as Mixon, has said that he is not coming to training camp until he gets a reasonable deal. I think he's making a mistake. Melvin Gordon did this exact same thing last year, and it backfired on Gordon. Von Bell did the same thing, or no, Le'Veon Bell did the same thing with the Steelers he could say he got his money. He would have got more if he would have played. I don't remember. I saw somewhere where he left money on the table by not playing with the Steelers. Excuse me, Squealers. So I think I think Cook is making a big mistake by doing this, and I don't see Mixon doing this. Just because running backs, your career is so short, and I'm sorry, but they're not paying you that much money. Christian McCaffrey is, I think Carolina is nuts for paying him that much money. I think he's a great running back, but I think they're nuts for paying him that much money. I'm hoping, since nobody's come out and said that they're not coming to camp, AJ Green hadn't said it, Mixon hadn't said it, I'm hoping that means they are getting close to announcing something. I have no idea, but I hope so. So that's one thing where I think it's good for the Bengals that we've heard nothing, and they'll just announce it. I hope, but we'll find out. Other good news about the Bengals is DJ Reader, the new nose tackle for the Bengals, he shed 20 pounds. He says it's to gain quickness. Now, I think that's good, but the only concern I had last time, I remember a Bengals player shedding a whole bunch of weight, was Rudy Johnson. And he went from a bowling ball wrecking crew to a guy that got tackled very, very easily. So I'm hoping Reader shedding this weight is going to make him quicker and make him faster, and not the opposite. So I think it's good that he's put the work in to lose that much weight and get himself in shape, so he is ready to go. I just hope it doesn't backfire on him. We will find out. All right, guys. Today is Tuesday. No, what's today? Today's Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Forgetting what days it is. I didn't do a show yesterday. I'm sorry. I've been so busy with other stuff. I just ran out of time to do a show yesterday. So my apologies. That's why I forget what day it is. So today's Wednesday. So anyway, we can discuss all this stuff in my Facebook groups that I help run. They are Bengals Nation, Bearcats Country, Reds Country, and Cyclones Country. Like I said, if you're on YouTube, I am up to 557 subscribers. This is awesome. If you are finding this show on one of these Facebook groups, and it's a link to YouTube, do me a favor. And you don't have a YouTube subscription, do me a favor. Go on to YouTube, get yourself a subscription, and subscribe to my show. I'm trying to get the 600 as fast as I can. Now, if you listen to me on the podcast, and it's the Apple Podcast, do me a favor. Give me a 5-star review. I would greatly appreciate it. All other podcasts, just like and subscribe. And other than that, it's hump day. It's Wednesday. I'd say we can slide into your sports weekend. Not really sure what's going on this weekend. It might be golf. I'm sure there's NASCAR going on. I know Memorial's happening sometime. I don't know if it's this weekend or next week. I have to look it up and let you know. But anyway, hopefully we'll have some sports to watch. It's getting closer. MLS is coming back. NBA is coming back. The NHL is coming back. I haven't heard a date yet. I'm kind of wondering, or cities or anything, where they're going to play. But they have a plan to come back. Just don't know when yet. Major League Baseball, I hope you come back. I miss you. But I don't know. That's your sports, baby. Tell all your friends about me. See you guys.